and gentlemen, will you please go crazy for the very funny last comic of the night, but certainly not least, MC for Joe Fernandes!
Hello. Now please leave your questions to the end. Some of you may know me. I'm of course Zico from Dubai. No, really, my real name is Joel. Some of you might actually recognize me from QT Virtual. Wasn't that funny, was it? QT Virtual, Highway Patrol. And the Jackson 5. I really laugh for being like a dead guy, thanks, no, that's good. No, the reason I said my name was Zico is because Joel really isn't a very Indian name, and I'm Indian. It's not Indian at all unless you say it like my dad. Joel. He's gonna hit me when I get home. Now, of course, being Indian means I eat curry. That's pretty much one of the staple things that Indians eat. You're Indian, you eat curry. Bog standard. I'm a professed curry muncher. Come on. No, I mean, that's what you do. Aussies eat steak. Asians eat ibis. I've seen this happen. And Indians eat curry. That's pretty standard behaviour. And curry's not that bad. I mean, I don't mind curry when I'm home, but when I go out, I just want normal food. You know, like white people. Excepting I'll add flavour. Because white people can be bland. But no, curry is very convenient. It's a fantastic food to eat. It's probably one of the few things you can eat with a straw. It is if you like the original up and go. And the great thing is when mum packs, and so that's not a problem, but I say to my mum, like, I don't want curry all the time. I said, can you please just make me normal food, like pizza or pie? And she said, I don't know that kind of curry. When I really asked for chips, and she gave me salted papadums. No, not so great. But I mean, it fits everywhere. Curry can go in any container. I mean, glass jar, travel coffee mug, boom, easy. Water bottle, no problems. Paper bag, ish. But I only really realised how good curry was, how convenient it was, when I finally got Mum to cave in, and she made me some whitey food. She packed me sandwiches in a jar. Now you guys are laughing, but it's really hard to eat a sandwich with a straw. I suppose by now you've probably realised one of my overwhelming assets, my afro. And yeah, people often ask me, what's having a fro like? Really, really easy question to answer. Phenomenally easy. It's exactly like having boobs. Soft, squishy, and a little bit hairy. I'm not really sure where to go with my speech from here. Hang on. I've got something for it. Getting my lines, that's phenomenal. Thank you. Yeah, you definitely realise my afro. That's something I've ticked off, number 7 here. And people ask me, what's having an afro for? And I think I've covered that point quite thoroughly. But I find it's kind of confronting for me. I feel like people don't know me for me. They look at me and all they see is a piece of meat. A dirty, big, hairy piece of meat. But I've gotten used to it. I realise that when people are looking up, and they do, I've talked to my friends once and I said, what's happening? Are you going to game on Sunday? And they're just sort of like, I can see people doing it. I don't do it. It's disgusting. Like, yes, I say to them, like, you know, when they're looking up, it's really, really easy. I've taken advantage of a hairy situation, you might say, and I realise I can look down here, maybe a little bit here. Usually switch back up. It's good. No, it's good. So try it. But you know, it's not a problem. That's confronting. But there are some good things about having a hairy G-cup on my head. It's a phenomenal place to keep stuff, as I've demonstrated already. I think quite concurrently. It's done it a couple times. When I get to uni, I never carry a bag. Don't see me carrying bags. Other people's got stacks of notes. I've got it all up here. Got my bag, got my books, calculator, iPhone, jar of mum's best curry, 2 straws. What can I say? I'm a romantic. Don't eat strong fingers. Unless it's stirring curry, that's useful. But yeah, it does get a lot of attention. I was at the Eka last year, just walking around, swaggering around, as people of my colour do. And this kid, he comes up to me, he looks at me up and down, a little bit longer on my hair, and he says, "Wow, look at the kid on that afro." A little while later, I was walking past the sideshow alley, checking out some of the show bags, not too old for that. And this kid stares at me, he's like, "Dad," points at my head. "Dad, I want one of those." And he says, his dad just looks at him, "Sorry, son." Shakes his head, "Sorry, we can't afford a black man." That easy. But you know, people often ask me, like, you know, where does this afro come from? You know, it's quite a common occurrence. Dad hasn't got much hair. You can probably see him at the back. Actually, lighting is quite dim. You might not be able to see him at all. That's Marfus. That's a dull way of getting you so. It's quite common, even family, they ask me, like, you know, "Joel, where did you get your afro?" Last week I was at family lunch, and my uncle came up to me, and he said, "Joel, where did you get the afro?" And I said, "I don't know." Actually, realistically, it's probably more like, "I don't know." I have no idea. And my grandma came up and she said, "Yo, Joel," she's a little bit black. She said, "Joel, it's from me." I said, "Grandma, you have straight hair. I can see you have straight hair." Looked at my white uncle. "Yeah, she has straight hair." And she says, "No, it's definitely from me. Definitely from me." And said, "Go on, show me." And she says, "I have curly hair, Joel. I just don't show anyone where it is." She meant honey. I threw up a little bit. Which was annoying, because it took a long time to eat that steak with a straw. Thanks, everyone.
Joe Fernandes.